Hey, we're back with the COMM 2095 for week 5 of the semester. Took a break last week, refreshed. Now we're ready to get back into it and develop more of a relationship here on video. All week, you've been reading, you've been posting on the discussion board, you were part of the lecture, you saw the information in our PowerPoints and the readings are all about how you build a relationship. Now in class, we talked about a little bit of the romantic side of things, how you need trust. And in a relationship, there's that push-pull. You need time together, but you also want time to yourself. Or you may not share everything with your partner or a friend in some ways. And I think about it romantically. You're not going to share everything because you want to keep some things close to the vest, whereas other things you're an open book. When I like to look at it, though, in the realistic point of view, because not everybody's in a relationship right now. I've been married for over 15 years, but you're not at that point yet, maybe, to get married, obviously. So let's look at this from the perspective of how you communicate day to day and your relationships that you build. You have friends, as I mentioned in class on Tuesday, that you've had maybe since middle school or maybe since elementary school, and you've been able to stay close even during these times and even as you've gone on to college for your freshman year. Now that you're sophomores, you either on campus or near campus in DC. Some of you are at home living, so maybe you see friends that you normally wouldn't see during a normal college academic year. How are those relationships changed? Or how have they evolved now in the times we're in? You can social distance and still see your friends at some points, but what about the people that couldn't see others during social distancing? When the pandemic first hit in other countries, countries locked down. You could only see your family, and if you open the window, that's the only time you may see someone across the street. Look at how other countries adapted during these times, and now see how we're acting now or how we're going about doing things. How are we developing the relationships that are going on around us? And you can also think of it this way. A relationship also needs a mental and physical clarity too. And what I mean by that is everything that happens to us in a relationship and while we're communicating, it plays on our mind and on our body. If your mind isn't sound or you're not feeling well or you're feeling down, you're less apt to share something than you would if you're very happy. Or if you're having deep emotional problems, if you've ever felt to the point where you feel like life isn't going your way, what are you thinking about? You're not thinking positively. So your ability to communicate and share with people aren't there. And that's why I think communication is so important when we're dealing with mental and physical health. Mental health is very important, and I told that to many of you already. Whenever you have an issue with something, I want you to communicate with me, because if I can help open up a door to you communicating and building a relationship with someone you can trust and someone you can then reach out to, that helps us in our relationships both now and in the future. I'm not saying I have all the answers for a mental situation, or if you're feeling mental or you're depressed or whatever. What I am saying is that the more we communicate and the more people feel like they can freely reach out to someone and trust and say they're not going to spread that around to other people, they're going to then share it with someone who can help. That helps in a relationship. Every relationship starts with this word, trust. Think about it. You're not going to be friendly with someone if you don't think you can trust them, right? Just like in communication, if you don't trust the people you're talking to, why would you trust them? Why would you even bother talking to them? The same thing goes as you get into public relations and marketing, and even if you decide to get into journalism, there has to be a level of trust when you're talking. So in any relationship, whether it's passionate one, loving relationships, friendships, media, there needs to be trust. In communication, when we are trying to build a relationship, the T word, trust, needs to be top of mind. Because if we don't have that, we're never going to share about our mental health, our physical health, what's bothering us, why we need space, why we don't need space. Again, to communicate better and more effectively, have the trust word there. This is the COMM 2095. Talk to you soon.